Hey Aquarius, Everlong Mystic here. So we're gonna do a shadow reading, and you wanted me to use the Wild Unknown. So it's not a super shadowy deck. So this may be not the darkest dark, but we're still going there. All right, Aquarius. For Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, we are gonna look at a desire, a fear, a sacrifice, a result of that sacrifice. What is this placement? Sacrifice, oh, a result of that sacrifice, something that's helping you, and an illusion to be aware of. And then over here we'll get some advice. And in the advice section, I will be pulling an oracle card from the Deep Dark Dangerous Oracle. But let's get started. Okay, so desire. What is this desire? Oh. Huh. I'm actually kind of seeing this as a desire of some kind of fairness or equality, because it seems, like equal. I like looking at this card like two sides, right? And this came out already for another sign. Was it Scorpio? I don't know. Where it's like you got half a worm, two swords, and a clear division in the middle. Like it's like a clean break, a clean separation is what you desire. So what is the fear? Oh. So it's like you're afraid that you don't have the power. It's like I don't know. Yeah, it's something to do with power, but see, the Son of Wands already thinks that he's more powerful than he really is. He's not the King of Wands. You know what I mean? See, this is overestimating. This is overestimating your power. So fear, you're afraid of overestimating things. It's like you're afraid things are gonna be worse, or you're afraid something is more like dangerous, maybe, like afraid something is more dangerous than it actually is. I don't know. I feel like I need a clarification on that because that can go in different directions. What is Aquarius? What is this fear for Aquarius? So we have the Santa Muerte card, which is the death card. Wow, okay. So you're afraid of what you actually want. Excuse me. Because what we have here is like you want a clean break. You want something severed, you want a clean break from something, but you fear the ending of it. But like to break it is to end it. So there might be some. I feel like there's a whole bubble like around these cards of like your environment, like external circumstances, like a chain of events that could possibly happen, and you're worried about that chain of events stemming that stem. It feels it's like like that stems from the severing or the breaking or the separation. Hmm. I don't know, you want to be free of something. I can just feel that here. I can feel that you want to be free of something. So, anyway, okay. So that's what we have for those two cards. I don't know why I feel kind of choky. All right, so this is a sacrifice that you're making. So this sacrifice can either be to something you sacrifice to get what you want, to what your desire is, or it's a sacrifice you make to perpetuate this fear. Oh my dear, oh my dear, oh my dear. 10 of Pentacles. And this, it kind of feels like money. So either it's like you're spending a lot of resources. It may not be money, but we'll just say resources. It's like you're spending a lot of resources to either make this separation or to cover up or make up for all of this invisible bubble of chain of events so that you don't have to deal with this fear. This is a very roundabout way. This reminds me of that reading I did where you had like what did I title it? Like your 1,000 IQ excuse. Like you're being really, you're actually being pretty smart about it, but it's probably still not the right way to go about things, which is why it's showing up in a shadow reading. But hey, all right, I'm just the reader, man. All right, so let's look at a result of this sacrifice. Oh, how interesting is this? I just need to point out that this could be family related because we have the Mother of Wands and the Son of Wands. Just putting it out there. So this feels so secretive, Aquarius. This result of this sacrifice, it's almost like you're just kind of keeping it under wraps. You're not really letting on how much you're actually how much of your resources you're actually using to prevent yourself from experiencing your fear. And like I said, it doesn't have to be money, and whatever this resource is, you have plenty of it. So I mean, you've got. I mean, it's the 10. It's the biggest Pentacles card. You've got plenty of it, so you can spare some. So I don't feel like there's a lot of judgment on this here. And remember, this is, shadow reading, so a lot of this can just is maintained internally, you know? But yeah, there's it just seems overprotective a bit as far as the result. It's like the more that you try to fix all of the possible scenarios in order to avoid your fear, the more overprotective you become. It feels like the further you go along, the bigger this overprotective energy gets. Okay, so let's look and see what's helping you. What is helping Aquarius right now? Oh, yuck. Okay. So I don't like this card. It's yucky. But having something yucky help you, it's pretty interesting. So really, the more you hold off on using a bunch of resources to prevent you from this fear, the more the more that you let yourself just experience this ending, which probably feels a little like this, the more helpful it actually is for you. And I'm also seeing this as something else that is helping you is just acknowledging that you, Aquarius, have ugly parts, just like everybody else. Everyone has ugly parts. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's, we've got it all, right? We all have things that don't look real pretty on paper or whatever. It's all, and we all have stuff that doesn't necessarily even need to be exposed to daylight or whatever. But knowing this is very helpful. Knowing that's very helpful. But also, going through the things that bother you is also helpful. I feel like the more you let yourself kind of go there, the easier it gets. And this shrinks down into something like, oh, well, I'm not afraid of it. Like, I'm not afraid of endings anymore. And now I don't have to be so overprotective. And now my resources can grow even more. Or, you know what I mean? So here, this is an illusion for you to beware of, Aquarius. What is the illusion? The illusion of transformation? What? So we have the Two of Pentacles here. And it's not the juggling kind. Oh my gosh, this is constant. Okay, so we have the infinity sign here, and it's constant transformation. That's the illusion, Aquarius. The illusion that you constantly have to transform yourself. Wow. That's the illusion. There's not always something that needs healing. It's like you don't have to constantly be healing yourself. You don't have to constantly be reinventing yourself, transforming yourself. It's almost like it's almost like there's a part of you that doesn't fully allow yourself to just kind of live and experience like life and be casual about things. There's a lot of intensity in these cards. This is very intense. This is very intense. There is a severity to this. But I think the most important thing that I'm really getting from here is this last card that I pulled here. The need to constantly transform yourself. And I think it's time to let that go if that's something that you're doing or feeling. Like you don't even have to transform all the parts of you that you think are ugly or whatever. You know what I mean? They're a part of you too. Because integration is not transformation. It can lead to transformation, but it's not the same thing. So, let's get advice. All right, Aquarius advice. Get an oracle card for Aquarius. Feels a little bit tough lovey, a little bit. And it's weird, if this wasn't a shadow reading and these placements didn't have their own meanings as far as the placement, this would be a very different reading. Very different reading. And you got the Valkyrie. Heck yeah. Choice. There's a choice here. And with the Valkyrie card, it's so cool. It's like, it's about being courageous in your choices. And it's like, I can see that there is courage here in the Son of Wands. It's like, that courage there is an element of that in your reading here. And the Two of Pentacles can also be about a choice. choice. You have the choice. Do you want to transform again and again, or are you okay for now? You know what I mean? You have the choice of how over or under protective you are. You have a choice on not only what you end, but how you end it. And the Valkyrie's coming out to give you courage to do that. Also, the courage to look at your not so savory parts. You know what I mean? And it's a struggle, but I think you can bring it together. That's that's what I'm getting from this card here. It's like this mountain. Yeah, it's ominous. It's big. It can be a struggle, right? To find courage to make those choices, but you've got what it takes. You can bring it together. You know what I mean? You can bring all this together. You've got a good foundation, Aquarius. All right, so Aquarius, it is trick or treat season, so we're gonna roll, and we're gonna see if you get a trick or a treat. All right, for Aquarius, trick. You have the no extra reading dot. All right, so trick for you, no treat, no extended, no bonus, but this is a good message. I like it for you, and it does, like I said, it does feel a little tough lovey, but it is super awesome that the Valkyrie came out with that courage to choose. You know what I mean? So I will see you later, and I thank you for being here. Bye, Aquarius.